situation with guns in the US has reached bonker jonker level. People now are shooting each other for everything and anything. I remember a few years ago there was a story about a man who shot his neighbor. There was some altercation apparently because someone had cleared the snow from their garden, but they hadn't cleared the snow from their neighbor's garden. So they were pretty angry about that. And they went and did something about it. And just as I thought, do you know what? These stories are getting crazier and crazier. Well, yesterday, the wildness level hit a new peak. I found an article about a son and his father who ended up in a shootout altercation. Because guess what? Drum roll. Well, the father said the son had smelly feet. I'm not kidding you. So the article in question is this one. Son faces attempted murder charge for shooting his father in the face over stinky feet. I mean, it's just absolutely dinker donkers, isn't it? It's just crazy. How could this result in the son ending up wanting to shoot his own father? I mean, I just wonder the circumstances around this case. So, what? The father says to the son, do you know what, son? Your feet smell like cheesy Wotsits. They smell like mozzarella. Do you know when we're cooking pizza? You know the cheddar cheese? It reminds me of your feet. It smells like crap. And what did the son just end up overreacting? Well, obviously he did overreact, but I just wonder, are these the circumstances that led to such a crisis? I want to add, this guy definitely doesn't look like the type of guy I expect to shoot someone. Sarcasm on the way. An Iowa man is facing murder charges for shooting his father in the face as well, during an argument about the son's stinky feet. Sorry, every time I read it, it's just ridiculous. David Carpenter was arrested on Sunday in his front yard of his Burlington, Iowa home after telling police about the shooting. Would you think when the police came, they were like, so what were the circumstances around this engagement? For example, was your life in danger? Was there something happening which meant that you had to pull out your gun and defend yourself? It's not like that. It's not like he even can claim self-defense in this case. I mean, what is he? Oh, I got really offended that my father said my feet smell like cheesy Wotsits. I mean, it's just not a good excuse, is it, to shoot someone? During interviews with police, Carpenter's father, William, who had non-life-threatening injuries, reportedly told officers he and his son got into an argument about the stinky feet. As I said, the argument escalated. How? How can the argument escalate to such a situation? And Carpenter allegedly told police he went to retrieve his gun. It's such a wild escalation. When he thought he heard his father threaten to shoot him. What? So it was the father that threatened to shoot him. Okay, so the story, I guess, goes like this. The father goes, your feet smell like very smelly goat's cheese, or whatever he said. And then the son was like, that is unacceptable. I can't be dealing with this. And then the father was like, you know what? If you don't resolve your little smelly feet, I'm gonna resolve this my own way. I'm gonna go and get my gun. You're gonna fix your feet, or I'm gonna destroy your life. And I suppose that's what happened, and it resulted in the shooting. The 48-year-old returned with a weapon, aimed it at his father, and said, don't you dare talk about my Wotsit feet again. And accidentally pulled the trigger. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. This was not an accident. I mean, obviously, if you're holding a gun at someone, you could accidentally shoot them, but I'm not falling for it on this occasion. David Carpenter has been charged with attempted murder and child endangerment as two minors were allegedly inside the home during the shooting. So not only did he do this wild thing by aiming the gun at his father, but he ended up doing it as well while there were children in the home. It's absolutely crazy. And it goes on to say, obviously, in the end that he's been held in Des Moines County Jail and is scheduled to appear in court on August the 21st, 2024. So all in all, these wild stories about these shootings in the US just get crazier and crazier. I mean, it's going to get to the point where, well, it has got to the point where any argument results in someone threatening to use their gun. Literally, your neighbor could be playing loud music and you go over there and say, turn it off, or I'm shooting and blasting your balls off. I mean, it's just got to the point where words can't describe how ridiculous and stupid these situations are. But anyway, this is probably up there with some of the silliest reasons I've seen in terms of how a shooting has occurred. But thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you again tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.